Shalom, this is the brother Yahawah once again, and giving all praises to Yahawashi, salutation to the elders and the brothers out there doing the work, truth and diligence sincere at the four corners of the earth, and the sisters as well. The name of this video and the name of the title of this video, actually I'm going to read it out in the scriptures. The book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 3. Slakia, verse 2. For the Lord, the Most High, is terrible. The Most High is terrible, man. And He's a merciful God, loving God, jealous God. All the things that we have, the Most High has the same thing as well. But in a greater level. So I'm going to read the scripture, the book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 2. For the Lord, the Most High, is terrible. He is great king over the earth. So the Most High is terrible. He's the great king of the earth, man. And I'm gonna bring out scriptures of the Most High being terrible, man, because we are in the last days, and the Most High have done very, very terrible things in the past, in the present, and definitely most terrible things gonna do towards the end, the days that we in. And the scripture be coming out showing you how the Most High can be, and I'm just going to bring out scriptures of Most High being a terrible. Not saying He's a terrible God being bad, He's the worst God. We're not saying that, because the Most High is all about balance. Okay, the Most High is all about balance. Okay, He created good and He created evil. But this time, it's all going to be about evil on the Most High, man. On those who, especially of Israel, 2/3 of His children who have misbehaved. And the other nations, the heathens out there who have gone against the Most High, man. Alright? So I'm going to get some scriptures out. The book of Psalms, chapter 66, verse 5. Come and see the works of the Most High Yahawah. He is terrible in doing toward the children of men. Who's the children of men? The other nations. That's what the Most High is going to do terrible things to the children of men. Why? Because the children of men have done to the children of the Most High, which is us, Israel. Okay, so-called African Americans, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American Indians. All right, Esau, the so-called white man, Moab, the so-called Chinese, Ammon, the so-called Japanese, Elam, the so-called East Indian people, all Hamites, so-called Africans, all right, that have done very, very bad things to us, and the Most High is going to destroy them, man. The Most High is going to do very, very terrible things to them. As to the 2/3 as well, who did not believe and go against the Most High's law, statute, commandments. All right, I read again. The book of Psalms, chapter 66, verse 5. Come and see the works of the Most High Yahawah. He is terrible in His doing towards the children of men. Alright, those are the children of men. When I told you who the children of men are, okay? Got another scripture. We'll look a couple scriptures down. Book of Psalm 76. So verse 9. When the Most High Yahawah arose to judgment and to save all the meek of the earth, Shalah. Surely the wrath of man shall praise thee. The remainder of the wrath shalt thou restrain. Vow and pay unto the Lord Yahawah your God. Let all that be round about Him bringing presents unto Him that ought to be feared. He shall cut off the spirit of princesses. He is terrible to the kings of the earth. He's terrible to the kings of the earth. And what's that? The government, mayors, politicians. God fear the Most High. And that's why one of the commandments is what? Fearing the Most High, man. You gotta fear the Most High, man. You gotta fear Yahawah. You gotta fear His name. You got to fear Him, man, because He's the creator of all things. He can do anything. That's why you got to fear the Most High, man. Because you can fear man. The man could take away your body, but fear that He could take your body and your soul. You don't want that, man. The Most High. Fear the Most High, man. Fear Him. And we gotta fear Him. And I don't think that as Israel, we're not fearing him enough, you know, because we're not in his sight. I mean, we're in his sight, but we don't see him. But, you know, we know he's there. So we have to keep on pushing forward this truth, you know, keep pushing, calling out his name, you know, because he's the only one who's going to not forsaken us in the last days, that things about to get worse. All right. We bring another scripture, the book of Psalms, chapter 2. Well, Slakia, Joel. Slakia. Bible's just together. The book of Joel, chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet of Zion, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for its night at hand. The day of darkness and the gloominess, the day of clouds, and the thickness darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, and great people in the strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even of the years to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is in the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and the horses men. So they shall run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of the flame of fire, and devour the stubble, as the strong people set to battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks, neither shall one trust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up to the houses. They shall enter at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw the shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong and executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? Okay? Just tremble, man. When you hear the Most High's name, Yahawah, you know, it's like when you see like movies, you know, and you see like monster movies, like Titans, you know, like Godzilla or King Kong, and you see the natives in that land where the monsters or the Titans dwell at, and when the foreigners come in, they like, oh, who's Kong or Godzilla or this name this Titan, whatever it could be. You see the natives, you see how they shake and tremble and be like, no, you know, don't do this or don't say that or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High name you should fear, man. You should fear. The Most High is terrible, man. You know. Another scripture, the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 31, Salakia. And you could read the whole scripture is a good scripture. Jumping down to 31, Salakia. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great day, Salakia, before the great and terrible day of the Lord coming. Alright? The great and terrible day of the Lord coming, man. It's going to be a terrible day when the Most High comes, man. Once Yahawah open the clouds, Yahawashi, the chariots, the 144,000 of the righteous men of Israel, the Leviathan, the Titans that's underneath the earth, hiding and waiting for the Most High's word. There's going to be great judgment on the earth. Babylon. It's going to be great judgment. And that day is going to be the worst day ever in our lives. even men who do the work of the Most High, or men who've been doing the work for years and years and have faith, they're gonna tremble. I'm gonna tremble. I'm gonna be shook to death, man. Okay, I'm gonna be shook, and a lot of you guys gonna be shook too, and the elders as well. Among the elders, Tahar said that even he's gonna be shook, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta keep on doing what we gotta do to keep pushing His truth, keep pushing His word. Keep following the Lord's statute commandments and have faith, man. Okay, when you see what's happening now, that you see some people are fearing Trump. Don't fear Trump. You know what I'm saying? This dude's a clown. He's nothing. You think that he's gonna start something, which he started, and the Most High gave Esau the power to do these things towards Israel and other nations as well. But people's fearing Trump. Oh, the EBT cards, it's not working. Food stamp, welfare, all these things is happening. That's the beginning of the judgment, man. You know what I'm saying? But the Yahawashi said, don't fear these things, man, that cometh, man. Don't fear these things, man. Because the Most High got your back if you believe in Yahawah, Shem, Yahawashi, man. If you fear Him, if you fear the Most High, and you trust in Him, believe you me, don't be afraid. But I'm still going to be afraid because His grandeur, His magnificence, His power, omnipotent power that we never seen. That when we get vision in our minds, and but when it comes to life, when it comes to fruition, we're going to be scared, man. Because that's when the Most High is going to do His worst ever. Okay? So we still gonna be scared, man. Unless you're part of 144,000, put that spirit in you. All right. Keep reading another scripture, the book of Zephaniah. Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 11. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for He will famish all the gods of the earth, and men shall worship Him, every one from his place, even all of the isles of the heathen. Okay? He's going to famish all the gods, man. The little gods. Esau, who wants to play God, what they're doing to the earth and doing to the children of Israel. The false gods of statues our people worship. Baal, Molech, Satan, Baphomet, all these false gods and false deities that our people worship, man. The Most High is going to destroy all that, man. So fear the Most High. We're all trembling, man. We go in the book of the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 43, verse 29. I just read up a little bit. I'll start verse 26. By Him, the end of them that have prosperous success, by His word all things consist. We may speak much and yet come short. Therefore, wherefore in some He is all. How shall we be able to magnify Him? For He is great above all His works. The Lord is terrible and very great. I read that again. The Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in His power. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt Him as much as ye can. For even yet will He be far, yet will He far exceed. And when ye exalt Him, pour forth all your strength, and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough. For have seen Him, for He might tell us. Who can magnify Him as He is? There's yet hid greater things than these be, for we've seen but a few of His works. For the Lord hath made all these things, and for the godly He hath given them wisdom. So the Creator created all things, man. And it says, exalt him, man. Exalt him. Much as you can, man. With all your strength and be not weary, man. You got to keep going strong, like I said, man. You got to endure this to the end. Endure this to the end. Okay? The Most High is a great God. Great God. Okay? But it says terrible as well. Alright? So don't get it twisted. All these so-called Christians out there in these churches, man. You know, you love those. You think that God's just peaceful, man. When Yahawashi comes, man, he's gonna, you know, come in and giving up balloons and having parades and high fives, like, yeah, I'm back, you know, in peace and loving. Nah, man, ain't gonna be none of that, man. It's gonna be a gloomy, dark day for all mankind. For all mankind. And when it comes, just hope the Most High don't forsake you, man. Alright? Got one more scripture. And the prayer of Manasseh. And I'm going to read the whole thing. The prayer of the book in the Apocrypha, the prayer of Manasseh, the king of Judah, when he was holding captivity in Babylon. Almighty Yahawah of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and of their righteous seed, who has made heaven and earth, with all the ornament thereof, who has bound the sea by the word of thy commandment, who has shut up the deep, and sealed it by thy terrible and glorious name, whom all men fear and tremble before thy power. For the majesty of thy glory cannot be borne. Okay? And you guys could read the whole thing. It says right there, man. It said, and seal it by thy terrible and glorious name, Yahawah, whom all men fear and tremble before thy power, man. And when that time comes, you know, just hope that your sins be blotted as well as for me as well. You know, that my sins will be blotted before the Lord's presence. And that's why we got to keep fighting and keep pushing this word. You know, just keep pushing. We know that we at the end, and you know that, you see all these things that's happening, man. Be circumspect. So keep fighting, keep pushing, keep on praising the name of the Lord. Keep exalting him. Keep doing what you have to do to make it, because the Most High, he's slow to anger, but believe you me, he's ready. But before things happen, prophecies have to come to pass, and you see all these things happening. Like you said, government shutdown, people who depend on food stamps and welfare. Things gonna get real bad out here. So, brothers and sisters, in losing the truth, brothers and sisters who are dealing with demons, who's falling the wayside, fight Satan, fight that spiritual Satan, because he is strong as well. Not stronger than the Most High, but the weaker you are, the more that he will get you. Okay? And I hope you enjoyed this video. Any comments, you can write on the comment board. And just keep enduring to the end. And for that, I'm going to say, Shalom Israel. Kwama Shayala.